thing on? Can you see me? What's going on, guys? My name is Eric Moore. I hope you liked the first 2 videos that I posted. I'm new to doing all this, and so it's gonna take some getting used to, looking at the camera and blah, blah, blah. I'm ready to start doing some YouTube stuff. I've been wanting to do it for a while, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not used to getting in front of cameras and stuff like that, so. But let me introduce myself. My name's Eric Moore again, and I'm just gonna be pretty much blogging about our racing and stuff. Me and my dad, we do racing together, and we do X275 drag radial. We won a couple championships. We're on our 2022 season right now. We're number 1 in points right now, so we're doing pretty good. So I'm gonna get some coverage on that. And I think we're going in our 3rd race, and then we'll be in Rockingham, North Carolina for our 3rd race. See if we can do pretty good there, and we'll see how we do. But I'm gonna try to get some coverage for that too, and we'll go from there. I'm sorry my first 2 videos I wasn't talking or anything. Late start, but yeah, this is me. I mean, I've won the first X275 championship there ever was back in 2017. That same year I won a local RTRA championship. We've been fighting stuff here and there. We took a break last year, just to get our business, make sure everything's going good with the business, because work comes first. I mean, that's what pays for our racing. But yeah, I'm not gonna give you too much of my personal life. I'm gonna keep it just race car stuff. That's all I want to do. That's all I've been around my whole life. So we'll take a look at my other car real quick. This is my 2019 5.0. See, I got a couple cool things. Got the weld wheels on with the bead locks. I've got the roof wrapped and the mirrors. A couple other things. I got the tail lights. I got the cat back. Just some small stuff here and there. I've actually got a carbon spoiler just came in today. Right over here. Take a look at it. Pretty nice. Not bad for the price. I know that. Because they ain't cheap. But I tried to find something decently priced. I think that one was about 200 and something bucks. It's just, I wanted to get like a Anderson component spoiler, but man, it was $1,000 just for a spoiler. I would rather spend that money on some bolt-ons or something. It's just got the cat back and stuff like that right now. I just got it not too long ago. I'm just trying to make it look good for now. I know everybody says don't put bead locks on a stock car, bolt on, blah, blah. I don't care. I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm gonna do what I want with my car, and that's it. I mean, but that's me. I like to do stuff the opposite. I like to make the car look good and then make it fast. Make the suspension, get the suspension good, and then worry about going fast. Because a lot of people just make it go fast and they don't do anything else. Then they're like, why doesn't it hook? Why doesn't it hook? Well, I mean, you need some suspension parts. I mean, there's a lot of things to going fast. You might make a lot of power, but you still got to put that power to the ground. But yeah, my plan is I'll probably put I really want to do a whip wet first, but now I'm kind of leaning towards just maybe like a single turbo or something like that. But that probably won't be anytime soon. I'm not gonna just flood my money into it because I mean it's a lot of money. These cars, everything for these cars, a lot of money. I used to have like New Edge body style Mustangs, and back then, I mean, I thought that stuff was expensive. But yeah, I'll eventually probably do some stuff with that. My plan is to just have fun with it right now. This weekend, or not this weekend, but the next, I'm going to a race at a Indian Valley Raceway. It's like I think it's an old airstrip from what I heard. I ain't never been there. Been wanting to go. Now I got a car to go because we ain't taking our drag radial car. I mean, that thing will not. This track's like a no prep track, I think. But they got a daily driver shootout. And I think they got a factory power adder class. I think I'm gonna try to do both of them maybe. I might take my stocks for a daily driver class because it says you gotta have street tires, no radials or something like that. But I might just swap them out each class or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna get some coverage on that too, just to show y'all what I like to do and just go out and have fun. I mean, it's probably not gonna be the fastest car there, but I'm gonna still go and have fun. I mean, that's the reason I bought the car. I wanna go have fun and do my own little thing while we're not racing. Racing while we're not racing. But it's on a different level than our race cars, but racing's racing to me. Everybody says, "Oh, you're gonna get bored with it." Nah, it's a pretty fun car. I've been searching for this car, been doing all the research and stuff, and I wanted one. Those new 10-speed automatics are just wild. I like it, but now I finally got one. And now I just enjoy it. I mean, it's fun. But yeah, I'm gonna get some coverage on that. I'm gonna get some GoPro views and stuff like that. Maybe get some coverage of just other stuff going on out there. But yeah, I hope y'all will enjoy the channel. And if you are new, if you don't know me, and if you like what you see, just go ahead and subscribe. But yeah, I'm gonna get some coverage on that, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to get better at this. I know I'm like slanging my words and blah, blah, blah. I'm just not used to this. I mean, maybe if I get some of this inside me a little bit more, I might be a little bit better. I might be slurring my words worse. But yeah, I mean, here I just got back from taking the car. Had to go drop it off real quick at my buddy's shop. I'm actually gonna have him install that spoiler because I don't have time. And plus, I like my stuff like done the right way. There's some stuff I'll do, but when it comes to stuff that I want done like fast and done right, I'd rather just have somebody else do it. My buddy, he lives down the road. He actually put the drag springs on. I got the I think it's the BMR drag springs. I got the drag springs. He put those on there for me and a couple other suspension component stuff. And he actually put the cab back on because he was like, well, I'm gonna take all this stuff apart anyway. I might as well just put it on. So I'm like, go for it. But yeah, he helps me out here and now, or here and there, or whatever. But I just got back from taking that to him because he said, hurry up. If you want to, because it's like 9 o'clock at night. He's like, I can do it tomorrow. I was like, well, can I drop it off tonight? And he's like, just hurry up. So I had to haul ass. But yeah, here's a little tour of my shop. I just got moved in, but there's an old cab back. It's got a little bit of banners and stuff going on. I'm still arranging everything, getting moved in, trying to make it look nice. Pretty much my man cave. But yeah, I'll probably explain a little bit more about me and my life and stuff like that as we go. I'm just going along with it right now because I'm new to this. I mean, I don't do this. This is why it took me so long to do this. But I mean, I got buddies that tell me all the time, man, just do it. It takes time to get used to it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, whatever. So I did the first 2 videos. I didn't really do any talking and stuff like that because it's hard for me to do any talking and stuff like that when I'm at the track because I'm focused. I'm there because I'm trying to win the race. I'm like trying to make the cars good, we're all trying to make the car excellent and perfect and ready to go. And when we're having problems, I'm like, I'm not worried about this stuff. But I'm gonna try to do better at it. I'm gonna try to have some help, some friends and stuff help me out. I'm gonna get I got a GoPro, but I'm planning on getting the GoPro 360 so I can put that on the car, try to get some more views and stuff because sometimes I'm not gonna have somebody there using this camera, getting the outside views and stuff. So if I don't have anybody with me, then I'll use that. But I'm gonna do the best I can since I'm pretty much like a one-man band with the camera stuff. My dad and our buddy Randall, they use cell phones and stuff like that. My dad's the same way as me. He don't care about this. He wants to just make sure the car is 100%. He's not worried about no camera. That's the last thing on his mind. But Randall's the same way. He lines me up and stuff like that, and he'll step back and he'll record with his phone and stuff. But I mean, I don't want to get everything on a phone and post it on YouTube. That's why I got this camera. I mean, I got this camera to do stuff like that. But when I got somebody there with me, I'll let them use this. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe, and I'm gonna keep bringing some more coverage. Hopefully y'all like it. Hopefully I get better at this, so y'all, if you don't like it now, I'm sorry. I also forgot, I'm gonna do a little race recap on the first 2 races we had. We went to Lights Out 13, and we made it all the way to the finals on that one. We wanted to get the win, but I mean, runner-up at pretty much the Super Bowl radial racing, still pretty happy with that. Still pretty proud. We'll get it one of these days. But I've been runner-up there twice. I was runner-up at, I think, the first Sweet 16 race that they had. I runnered up in the second chance, and the second chance was for a lot of money too. We didn't make the show for the Sweet 16 because we blew up a turbo, so we had to put our spare turbo on, and it was actually a smaller turbo and just kind of out of date. It wouldn't make much power, much boost, and we just barely almost made it in, but we just couldn't get it. So we ended up going to the second chance race, and I think we had to go like through, I mean, there was a lot of cars there. I think there was 100+ cars there at that event, and so we had to go through, I think, about 60 cars. I think we went like 6 or 7 rounds. But I runnered up at that with a buddy also from Texas, Shane Heckel, and we decided to split. I mean, well, we split. He got more than I did. But he's pretty cool. He's a straight up racer. He always races me straight up, doesn't really play games with me or anything. But I got him on a light a little bit, but he had more in it. He beat me on that one. But yeah, that was the first time I've ever run it up there. And then this time I run it up at the, sorry, bug in my face. We run it up at the Lights Out 13, and I had no idea I was gonna make that far. No clue. I didn't expect it one bit, because we started our season going to that race, but before we went to that race, we stopped in at Field Tech to put the car on their hub dyno, and right off the bat, we were having issues. It was just going dead in a couple of holes, and we tried different things. We put their FT Spark on, and it just never would fix the problem. And finally, we just did the best we could and loaded up. We had to stay there an extra day because we had a motor issue. There was a lifter that went bad, so we had to replace that, and it damaged the cam, so we had to put our spare cam back in, which was the cam we've been running for a while, but we had a new one in it just to try to improve our program. But luckily we had that old one, and the old one still went pretty fast. And so we had to put that one in, put the spare lifter in, fired it back up, ran good, and did like a couple more pulls on the hub dyno the next day, and did the best we could. So we loaded it up, hauled ass to Georgia, and we started out just nitpicking at it, and it eventually started coming around, getting better and better and better. And finally, I think after qualifying was done, I think we qualified with like a 4:26. I think that was the fastest we went. We were trying to go faster. The car had been 4:20 flat once, not once before, but the last time we raced. So we know the car would haul ass. But we just trying to figure out what's wrong with it. And I could tell the car was just still running rich. They were trying to not pull too much fuel away from it, because judging by the data, it looked like it was trying to burn itself up. But come to find out, there was like a bad spark plug wire that my dad found. Some piece was messed up in it. So he made a new spark plug wire. And then we started pulling fuel away from it, because it was actually doing the opposite of what we were thinking. We thought it was burning up, when really I think it was just we had too much fuel in it. But so our tuner started pulling fuel away from it, and it started cleaning up and running better. I could tell just by driving it, that just by revving it and stuff, it felt a whole lot better. But I think he found that after qualifying. He found that issue, so he replaced it. And then first round, we went up, and it was the sun was still kind of barely shading the track. So I think it spun, and I think I pedaled it. Another guy spun, and made it down. Of course, beat him first round. I think the car only went like a 460 something or something like that. And then second round, we had to race Bowser. And I knew it was going to be a tough one. I was like, man, the whole time I'm like, man, I'm just going to have to catch a light. I don't know, because I knew he was probably going to try to go bottom 20s, and that's exactly what he did. I think he went like a 22. And I just pretty much did what I needed to do. I felt like I needed to catch a light and hope for the best. And I didn't want to be negative about it. I mean, it is what it is. We were fighting issues, and it is what it is. But we go up there, and that car left on me. I didn't catch a bad light. I think I caught maybe like a 020 something, 030 something light, I want to say. And then he was pretty close. He caught a better light, but he was better. But I mean, all I remember is he was out on me. And I'm just like, come on. And just clipped him right at the end. And now all I remember is it came up on the board saying I went 418. We've been trying to get in the teens for a long time. And I wasn't even happy about that I won. I was happy that I went 418. I was so excited even if I would have lost, I still would have been happy as hell. And I was just screaming and yelling. I was like, man, this car's finally hauling ass. I thought I was done for after we left the starting line, because he was out on me. That car, 60 foots, 330s, fast. But we got the W on that one. I was like, hell yeah. We were pretty pumped about that. And then, so we waited the next day. Third round, I had to race my buddy Alan Feltz, and that was a hell of a race right there. I think I went a 4:23 to his 4:24. I caught a better lot. I think I was like a 0:20 something to his 0:30 or 0:40 something like that. But it was a hell of a race. I think that was probably the best race I had that entire weekend. And then, fourth round, I forgot the guy's name, but he was, I think, number 2 qualifier with like a 4:16, I want to say, or something like that. Another turbo car, like a new 5.0 body style. We both left, and I think he spun right off the hit, and I got out there a little bit, and it was sketchy. I mean, it was during the heat of the day. I mean, the car was all over the place. I mean, I drove the hell out of it. Probably overdid it than I really needed to, but I mean, I was trying to get that W. But got there, got the win. And then during the finals, it was still during the heat of the day. I think it was probably the hottest part of the day. And I actually raced the same car in finals at our local track before it shut down. The last radial race I ever had, and I beat them in the finals. And that same car racing the finals at Lights Out 13, they got me that time. And I mean, it was a good race. I wish we could have did better, but we mainly had to race the track. I mean, because we were spinning in the heat of the day every time we went up. If it was a heat of the day, we were trying to slow it down, but still go fast enough to beat the person next to us. But every time we were racing in the heat of the day, I mean, the car would spin. So, I mean, we pretty much all agreed to just try to fine-tune it and just get it to make it go A to B. And that's what we did. It went A to B, but it went like a 4:29 or something like that. I think it was 4:29. And the other guy went, I think, a 4:27. And just got outran. I mean, did what we could. But it was still a fun race. I mean, we were happy to make it that far. But like I said, we'll get it one of these days. But it's a really tough race. X275 is really tough. It's come a long ways. I think when I first started racing the class was barely going 450s, and we thought that was crazy. Now we're going 14s. We got cars that are going bottom 14s now. Man, the fastest we've been was a 418. And then it's a tough class. To make it that far, it's an accomplishment just to make it that far. But it's a really tough class. It messes with you mentally because sometimes you want to quit, but at the same time you really just want to keep pushing and just keep pushing. I mean, and try to win the Super Bowl of radial racing. But sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it's a really competitive class, and to win a really competitive class, it's an accomplishment. But moving forward from that, the next race we had Texas Radial Roundup at the Texas Motorplex, and we made it to the finals there, and we won that race. So we went from one race to doing good and won the next one. I mean, this year's it's starting off pretty good, I would say. Hopefully we can keep going at it. It's got a fresh new motor in it. This is the first time we've actually ran a billet block. We just put a billet block in it. We've always ran cast Shelby blocks, cast solid aluminum Shelby blocks. But now we got the billet block, and it's got the SC1 heads on it. But it's running pretty good. It's running pretty good. But at the Texas Motorplex, we didn't test or anything. We decided to just go off the trailer, first qualifier. And it went 419 off the trailer. We actually had that was the same tune from the finals in Georgia when it went 429, and it picked up pretty much a 10th, and we were mind blown from that. It was the Motorplex, Texas Motorplex. I mean, the air was way better, and it was kind of almost
nighttime too. I mean, we were expecting for it to pick up, but we didn't expect for it to pick up that much. I mean, it was wild. I mean, we had it turned down on the launch and everything. So we're like, damn, I mean, this thing's going teens consistently now. But we went back up for the second qualifier. We turned it up more, try to go deeper in the teens, see if we can improve. And I think it made about 100 foot and it spun. Well, I want to say it was probably just the track temperature. It got cold. The track is really good. TJ Bailey and them, they prepped the hell out of that track. I mean, TJ is one of the baddest radial prep guys in this world. And I mean, I can't say that the track was cold. I mean, it could have been the car. I don't know. But TJ always tells us, man, bring it up here, throw the power at it. And, I mean, we were trying. I mean, it might have, for all we know, it might have been trying to go too fast. It might have just been too much the car can handle. But I mean, you got to learn somehow. But so I think we skipped the third qualifier because it got later at night, and we were still number one qualifier, so we just said, let's not be on the car no more. Because, I mean, we didn't really want to, we were still number one. I mean, there's no use. So the next day, we were supposed to have a grudge race, I think, third round qualifier. But the guy we were grudge racing, they were having issues with the car, so we let them just get their issues fixed out with the car, or worked out with the car, and we told them we'll just race them tomorrow for Q4. And so the next day for Q4, we go up there, and we got the W on that grudge race against them. And I can't remember what we ran. I think we ran like a 20. I think we went at 23. That's right. Yeah, we went at 23 and got the W on that. It was a little $500 grudge race. They want to put on a show, so I mean, let's put on a show for fans. Got to do something for the fans. But so later at night, we started eliminations. First round, I got a bye run. I was the number one qualifier. So usually, most of the time, a number one qualifier gets a bye run. Depending on, I guess, the ladder and how many cars you got. But we got the bye run. I think we went up there. So we left the same tune-up in it that went to 23 on Q4. And went up there and tried it, and it went like a 27. So we're like, what is going on? We thought it was going to pick up because the air got better. So usually when air gets better, it's going to pick up. But it actually went the opposite. So, I mean, we were freaking out, wondering why it would slow down. And I think we got back to the trailer, and come to find out, the data didn't save. So it like erased the whole run. So we were definitely freaking out. We didn't know if something was wrong with the motor. We didn't know. So the motor sounded happy though. I mean, I kept telling them, I was like, I mean, it sounds good. It still ran down there and stuff like that. I mean, it sounded fine. So we went back up there for second round, and we were racing Brown Brooks, and we knew he was going to go high 20, mid 20 or something like that, because he's been 20s before. So we knew he was going to swing for it. So we decided just to leave the same tune in it because we didn't really know what to do. I mean, we didn't have any data. So we went up there and we got the W on that one. I think he actually spun off the hit or something like that, and the car went like a 25. So we're like, it's back. It just wasn't being consistent. I think we actually turned the launch up on that one maybe a little bit, but it only went like 25 still. So we were still wondering why it wasn't picking up, because I mean the air was better. But I think we got back, and I think he actually got the data on. I think my dad was actually able to get the data on that one, and he said everything looked good, but still couldn't find a reason why it was not running the number we were expecting it to. So we went back up there for the third round, and we raced Buddy Shane Heckle again, and same deal. He spun. I'm sure he was trying to swing for it. but we had the car pretty much in cruise control, and I think it went like another 20, I think it went 26 that time, so we still just leaving it pretty much cruise control, just hoping for the best. And so the next round, that was the finals, the fourth round, and we raced Justin Curry, and he made a hell of a pass. I think he went at 22, but he actually red lit. Not the race we were hoping for. I mean, I don't ever want to red light, and I don't ever want to race somebody that red lights. I want to win. I want to win off a race. I don't want to win from a red light. I don't like stuff like that. I want to see who's the faster car. I mean, nobody wants a red light. I mean, I don't like red lighting because, I mean, you pretty much just give your race away. It's a really hard thing to swallow. So I'm sure he was pissed. I mean, I've been in the same situation multiple times too. I mean, I get real pissed. I've actually red lit first round when I didn't even need the red light. I didn't even need to try to catch a light. But shit like that happens. It's racing. But yeah, he red lit. I got the win, and I mean, it was a late night race. I think we were in the winner's circle probably about 5:30 in the morning or something like that. So we did our pictures and got our winnings and stuff like that, and took the car back to trailer, loaded up, and hauled ass. But yeah, we're starting off to a good year, so hopefully we can keep up in the points. We're going to go to the Rockingham, North Carolina. I think we're going to leave April 20th, so we can get there. I think the 20th is on a Wednesday, and so we're going to try to be there that Thursday, and see if we can go rounds there too. See how we can do. See if we can keep the lead in the points, and hopefully we get another championship this year. But yeah, that's a little race recap on the first two races that we had, and yeah, I hope y'all guys liked the first two videos. And sorry they were quick and short. I'm still trying to get it figured out, and I'm gonna try to do some more of this race recaps after the videos of all the racing and stuff like that. But yeah, go ahead and subscribe if you. Hopefully you like what you're watching. Hopefully we see each other at the track, hang out, come say hi. We got some shirts. I'm trying to get some hats made, stuff like that. I'm just trying to up our merch. But we've been selling the shirts for a while. We get pictures of our cars and stuff on the shirts and stuff like that. But well, I keep saying cars. We actually sold one of my old car that I used to have, and now I drive our newer car. It's another Fox body, but this one's a newer, updated car. And we're actually building. We sold my old car to build a new car, and this next one's gonna be. It's gonna be a nice little car. It's gonna be a '65 fastback Mustang. It's gonna have a custom front end and stuff like that. Hopefully we go up there to Larry Jeffers. That's who's building it. Hopefully we go up there, and hopefully I can get some coverage on that too one of these days. And they're moving along on that pretty good. They just been waiting on the chassis and everything's pretty much done. I think pretty much right now they're just trying to get all the body panels. They were waiting on the body panels and stuff, waiting on they had to order a fiberglass front end so they could make molds off of it to make it out of carbon, because we want to do everything out of carbon, and there's not too many companies that make, I don't think there's any companies that make carbon fiber front ends for those cars. So it's going to have a custom deal on it. It's going to have the carbon doors, carbon deck lid, carbon front end. Trying to get as much carbon as we can. But it's going to be a nice car. I can't wait. And that one's actually going to be a blower car. It's going to have a Pro Charger on it. Yeah, we're going to try out the blower deal. We were planning on selling The turbo car, the Fox body, but we're still kind of back and forth about that. We might just keep both of them, and whichever one is faster, like my dad's been saying, whichever one's faster, that's the car we're gonna take. Because I'm sure the blower car is gonna take a little while to get figured out, but it's gonna have a little bit different combination than what we got in our car right now. We've been running that same style motor for years, so we kind of want to try something different. We decided to try a different block, different heads, pretty much everything. But it should be a bad piece. But we're gonna race X275 with that too. And you never know, we might do some no time stuff too, because I mean Texas we don't have that too many radial races. We have to travel everywheres. But there's a lot of no time stuff here, so hell, we might use the Fox body for no time. Who knows? But yeah, I'll get some coverage on that car. Hopefully, we go up there and check it out one of these weekends or something like that, and I'll get some coverage on that. Keep y'all updated with that, and keep y'all updated with everything else. But yeah, I hope y'all like the first two videos again, and go ahead and give them a like, comment, I mean, subscribe, everything. Hopefully we can grow. Hopefully I can grow this channel. I'm just doing it for fun, just to keep me doing something. But hopefully I get better at it. I'm still camera shy, I guess. But I can tell just by doing this video, I've gotten a little bit more comfortable looking at the camera and stuff like that, just talking to myself. But yeah, we'll see y'all guys later, and peace.